This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Revival of America podcast. This is Jenny. I'm the owner and the host of the Revival of America. Today we have health, wealth, and abundance in the house. That's how many of us know him, but his real name is James Murphy Jr. He's going to be coming in here, our guest of honor, hopefully soon. I know he's got a space going on right now, but he's going to be coming in here and talking about his pain to purpose story journey, however you want to call it, from the music industry. He's still in it, but he's kind of pulled back a little bit from it, and he's not necessarily always been on the uh let's see, what do I say, the Republican side of it or the Trump side of it, but now he just absolutely adores and loves Trump. He's a Trump supporter, but he's continuing in the music business, but he's doing it a little bit his way, not the nefarious way. And if you've been in any of his spaces, you have heard many of his songs that people actually have written, and they've given the lyrics to him, and he's brought it to life with the music. So I'm super excited to have him come on and tell his story, because remember, everybody has a journey and a story, right? We've all been lied to. I highly encourage all of you guys to, if you have something like that, a pain to purpose, or how you got here within the movement, or how you just got here in general today, I encourage you all to share your voices, everybody, because remember, it's your voices, your stories that are going to help shape this new world that we're coming into. So, for those of you that don't know about my podcast, it is all about the guest's voice as well as the audience's voice. I integrate the audience's voice with the guests, because they like to ask the guest questions. And it's important that you guys know, as the audience, that your voice matters as well, because we do listen to a lot of people. Many of us have a lot of questions, as you should question everything. But that's why I want you guys to come on and ask your questions. If you're just a listener, that's great. But what you will find with my podcast, it's not the typical echo chamber of us all reporting the news, saying the same thing. When I'm in spaces, you'll hear me talk about other things, but it's not about my voice. So you will not hear me overtake the show when my guest comes on. It's all about them and their story. Now, I may have questions myself, as you would as an audience member, but it's about my guests and your meaning you, the audience, voices. So I welcome you guys. I'm super stoked that you're here. I want to encourage everybody. We are being listened to in over 100 countries, and we are making a lot of great positive noise. So if you guys come on to this podcast right here late and you want to listen to the replay or share it with somebody, you can follow the podcast on the podcast host or the social medias, and those are iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, Apple, Google, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Podbean, Riverside, Amazon Music. Social medias are Jenny Jeread Facebook, at Jenny_Jeread X, at J Jeread Rumble, at J Jeread True Social, at J Jeread Instagram, the Revival of America over on Telegram, and the Revival of America over on YouTube. Also, too, everybody, I encourage my audience to be careful who you listen to, who you follow, and what you're putting into your mind. As we're seeing, a lot of this stuff is a brain twist, and it can get very scary if you don't have a strong mind. You got to get out of those comment boxes, those spaces, those chat rooms, those podcasts. Get out of it, everybody. If you can't handle it, you don't like what they're saying, remove yourself, because I'm telling you, it can take you down a long, deep, ugly, windy road. So please, everybody, be careful, and it's going to get more intense as we continue through this, because we're coming into it, guys. We're here. This 2020 election is about to pop, burst, and so many other things. With the Epstein files coming out, many of us have been screaming this for years, and many people are coming out like this is new news. It's not new news, guys. So, but it does show me that more people now are waking up to what we have been screaming at the rooftops a long time ago when it comes to these children. So be prepared, everybody, and also to be prepared for some of those people that you have been following for quite some time. Maybe through the course of your journey here, they may turn out to be not what you thought they are. So prepare your mind for that, and get ready, guys. Hang on to the positive, stay out of the noise, the black feeling, doom and gloom, because there's more positives than there are negatives happening out there, and we are winning this battle, guys. And we are coming into some amazing, glorious times. And for those people that choose to stay in the drama, stuck in the drama and the bullshit, they're going to miss out on what a time to be alive. So, with that, everybody, I'd like to welcome, while he's up here, is Manny E. It's Health, Wealth, and Abundance. Real name, James Murphy Jr. I'd like to welcome to the stage and say hello. How are you, my friend?
Hey, how you doing, Miss Jen? How
Hey,
y'all doing?
hey, hey. How are you? Are you still have your other space going on over there?
Yes, ma'am.
All
I
right.
got it
Well,
open.
hopefully they're listening to you because I'm super stoked to hear about, many of us that listen to you in your space and we talk amongst each other. You do have a story. I was just letting the audience know before you came in that you are you're formerly in that music industry, but you still are, but you're doing it your way, right? So I would love for you to tell your story about that and how your journey came in to be a Trump supporter and just loving your president. And I did let the audience also know that many of them that listen to you, a lot of these songs that we play, people are writing these lyrics. You are just bringing it to life with the music. So it's pretty impressive to watch. So I would love for you to tell your story because who better to tell your story than you? So I'm going to give you the floor, but real quickly before I do that, Health, how much time do you have? I typically do an hour or 90 minutes, whatever you prefer for the show.
Honestly, just do whatever time, as long as it's not past 8 o'clock. I got 4 hours basically. Just taking from my
Well,
workout. I just can't work out today. That's just is what it is. I
well,
try to hurry up and get some legs in, but it is what it is. One day not gonna hurt me. So I'm
well,
here
we'll
with
get.
you.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and we'll get through it to it. What we'll do is we'll let you tell your story. We'll ask the audience if they have any questions, and then because I do have another show after you, 4 o'clock my time would be 6 o'clock your time. So, but I'm gonna give you the floor. So go ahead, Health. Go ahead and tell them a little bit about you and your story, your
No
journey.
doubt. I appreciate this. First, let me just humbly just thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm honored.
Of
I
course.
don't look at myself as, no different than the next human. We all bleed. We all, born and we all got to die. And I'm thankful that you even recognize, the skills that I have. I'll just start like this with you guys, man. I grew up in Baltimore. I was born in Baltimore, Maryland. And my family migrated from North Carolina. That's where they from. And I guess before I was born, they decided to come to the Baltimore area for the steel jobs. The men in the family came up first before they brought all the women up. And yeah, he's working at Baltimore, Bethlehem Steel. And the steel jobs, I guess, went away. Like my president's saying, they took the jobs away, and that created poverty. We end up living in public housing, and yeah, it's been a rough road. And then growing up in Baltimore, being young, not really having no what you call it, no one to look up to, no really sports teams. Like the coach packed up and left. I was a football, growing up young, playing little league. The coach left us, packed up, and we didn't have a football team, and all we had was baseball, which I used to watch with my grandmoms and my grandpops a lot. Baltimore Orioles, 1983. I remember them winning the World Series. I was 10 years old, and baseball wasn't really too interesting, even though I had to watch it because I was with my grandparents. And you know, having plenty of cousins and female, just watching the cars ride by with the booming systems. The people that I thought I wanted to look up to, and then growing up young, being like 5, 6 years old, seven, having I love them. We've made up to this day. I still love them. That's my pops, but I grew up in a household of a lot of like abuse, physical, mental abuse on my mom's. And I got like nine, I think, 8, 9, I was fed up. I wanted to hurt. I wanted to, get the knife and hurt somebody about my mom. So I was just tired. And, she's trying to just take care of the family. And this guy was, he had a sickness. He was on heroin, Baltimore City, He was on that shit. So, living with that just made me
Was
angry.
was that your father you're talking about?
Yeah. Growing up, being that kid, growing up, and just listen to all of that, the verbal abuse and the physical abuse on my mom's, because he wanted money, to support his addiction. So, being a kid, it was rough. And like I said, at like 9, I got fed up, and I didn't want to hear that shit no more. So I was ready to get him, with a knife. I had to get talked to, get help. Long story short, that was my motivation. I just started from there because that was my motivation to take on the drug world or whatever you want to call it, and told myself that I would never use that shit. You know, because I seen what it did to my family and my household being in the dark, and mom's going through the abuse and giving him money, so we was missing the gas, electric. We didn't have lights and shit like that. Yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah, you're okay. You take a moment. You're good. Health.
Yeah, yeah, my bad. It's
It's
just
no. It's no. You don't apologize, sweetie. It's sometimes these stories can be rough to tell. I get it, but also too at the end of it, right? It might be somewhat kind of a relief. So, any breath that you need to take, by all means, no worries. You're good. Big hugs.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's just it's taking me on reminisce. Just bringing up old memories, I guess.
It's heavy, right? It's heavy.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say this real quick as you take a moment. If all of you guys don't mind, because like I said, many of you you listen to you're in his spaces, or you listen to Health, Wealth, and Abundance, whether it be from crypto or just hanging out in his space, or Carmen spaces, or Silence, or Patriot Storms, whoever it is. He's around, right? He's in my spaces when I have him, which my spaces are like this, right? They're not marathon maces. God bless you all. But mine are more shows. But take a moment to share out this space, guys. Like it, share it, get some more people in here that can listen to Health Story, because honestly, you guys, with these stories and that you guys get to listen to, it just shows you, because I get a lot of messages, people want to know that we, as either speakers or podcasters or whatever it may be, that we're real people too, like you guys. And we are real people just doing the same thing that you guys are doing out there, looking for the truth. So if you don't mind, share it out. And for those of you guys that know Manny and listen to Manny, you do know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about these songs that we listen to and they play in these spaces, that Manny is bringing the life to the music of the lyrics that many people send over to him. So it's other people's lyrics, but he is the producer behind it. He brings it to life, and it's absolutely beautiful. It amazes me how many they are pumping out. It's awesome to see. So I really would love it, and that's what he's going to share with you. He's just kind of going to tell you his journey, where he came from, what he went through, and how he got to, being in the music industry to where he's at today. Because he is continuing in the music industry, just a little bit different, in the more positive light of it. Because we know all of that is changing. The movie industry, all of that stuff, is changing, guys. The evil is going away, and it's going to be more like of the God, on the God world side of it. So I'm super excited about that. So go ahead, Health, if you're ready. I just kind of wanted to throw that out there while you took a moment.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I don't know what happened, but thank you for helping me just now. But I don't
Of
know.
course.
Keeping it real with y'all. Like I just keep it real, and I just wanted to like take you guys back and like sort of to the beginning. Let you know why I am, what molded me into who I am. So those memories was crazy. So it took me back to thinking when I was a kid and what happened and why I probably it's who I am to this day. So like I said, fast forward, going through all the you know the watching the abuse of my mom's, the disrespect, and the mental abuse. Us going through not having gas and electric or food and all of that, but because he had a sickness. But anyway, at at 9, I got fed up. Like I said, I was going to attack him with the knife, and that was it. After that, my mom was like, she figured it was time to get away from him. So we did, and I guess me, I had anger, and I took my anger out. I told myself I wasn't gonna get high, but I was gonna use. I was gonna use the. I was gonna use that same world to get rich. I mean, growing up in Baltimore, 'cause that's all it seemed like we had as a kid. Anyway, so about 10 years old, well, 10, yeah, by 10, I had gold teeth, and you know, I was out there in the world, with people who I thought was, that love me, that teach me, and learning from the streets basically, because there wasn't a dad around no more. So of course I thought I was gonna be the man of the house, and I was running around when I was just working, and I had too much time to myself. So I started running with the wrong crowd, and being out there in the streets, gold teeth, 10 years old, hanging with people who are older than me, 17, 14, 15, believing in them, listening to them, learning from them. We didn't have gangs, but, it was more so like neighborhoods. And it's, like I said, learned everything I need to learn about, breaking the law, I guess you would say, because I had anger in me because of what I went through as a kid in the household. And I seen what drugs did to my household, but I didn't want to. I took my anger out wrong as a kid. I thought, well, I'm not gonna let it make me get high, and I'm not gonna never do this to women. I'm never gonna do this, but I am gonna utilize this opportunity to utilize these drugs and learn all this shit to get rich. So that's what I ended up doing, man. As a young kid, by 14, by 15, by 14, 13, I was paying the bills. Paying the bills. My mom's giving her, more ease. By 15, 9 months, I had my own car, truck, whatever, uh, you know, own license. I was out there doing it, getting what you say, getting money. And that's what became my life. I mean, I learned it fast as a youngin', mastered it, learned it, and it was under the radar. I mean, by 11th grade, 12th grade, or whatever you want to call it, you know, I didn't even I didn't care about school. I didn't even care. I was like, what are we learning here? Like, I wasn't interested in history. And I was going to school with, you know, pockets full of money. You know, I was getting money by then. I did plenty of cars, plenty of clothes, all that, And lambskins, triple fat gooses, puff levers, stopwatches, Run DMC, leather sweatsuits, you name it. I was, yeah, it's Sergio Tashini, whatever. I was doing it as a youngin', and um, I was under the radar all the way probably uh for the good 10, maybe 20 years underground, getting money, plugged, doing it. You know what I mean? Spending away a lot of money doing it. Kid and family, being that man of the house that I wanted to be. because I seen the kind of man in the house that I grew up watching. So I wanted to be the opposite. And got introduced to music, rest in peace to my cousin in the projects. He had got killed, got shot in the projects. But he brought me around my first love for music, and I was probably like 14. He brought me around this DJ. I still deal with him to this day. DJ Kurt State. And the first person I heard play my man, KRS-One, My Philosophy. And I was after that I was hip hop down. I was loving hip hop. I wanted to learn how to cut, scratch. I wanted to learn how to rap. All that, And this was 14. But mind you, I'm still in the streets. I'm still doing, not in the streets homeless, but I'm talking about like, yeah, full blast and getting money. Thought I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward probably about, uh, I guess, 4 years, 5 years from there. I had my first child, my daughter. I was 19. She was born when I was 20. I was still hustling, whatever you want to call it. Getting money, plenty of money, under the radar, wasn't paying taxes, just really doing it. No father to really around to guide me or control me. Now he's out, out thinking I'm the man by then, in the house, getting money, paying the bills, buying cars, doing all kind of shit, jewelry. So I felt like I was a man, but I really was a kid, with anger in me and just wanted to just get money off of this shit that destroyed my family. And so I did it, and I was real good at it. And I guess I started thinking by the time I was, I would say, 1995. Yeah, about 93, 95, maybe 2 years. My daughter was two. I figured I wanted to, I was watching, it was 93, 94. It was the hip hop and the Suge Knights and the Puppies. I was watching that East Coast, West Coast, and, I wanted to make my money good. I need to do something with these hundreds of thousands. So uh, I started my own record label probably by like 97. I finally did it. I had one of my lieutenants I had working for me, and I call him lieutenant because it was somebody who was like running my, running my operation while I was, it was somebody I could count on. They would make sure all the money, all the shops was open at a certain time, all the money was straight, all that. Making sure I got lookouts, make sure you got the people that's watching off for people who trying to rob. Because we used to set shops up. I mean, really open up like 7 in the morning. You got your bag up, man, bagging it up. You got your lookouts to watch them, protect them. People with your guns, and we open it up 7 a.m. With our little $5 pills or whatever you want to call it, $10 pill, and we open shop for 12 hours. Close by 7. We going in the house with 15, $20,000. And this went on for years. I mean, and under the radar, getting money, whatever, whatever. And I started my own record label by 97. I wanted to be Puffy, but I also wanted to be Suge Knight because I didn't want to be in the limelight, but I also wanted to be CEO. But I also wanted people to know, yeah, I can write, I can rap. So I started Hung Jury Entertainment. Well, fast forward, my first name in 97 was 100 Proof, like a 100, like we throw 100 something. So it was 100 Proof Records. That's what I started as. And I had clothing, all that. I was always good at marketing. Had the clothing, everything to promote, my business. And I would say about 98, when I decided I wanted to, go further than just Baltimore with this. I wanted to go, worldwide. Got a lawyer, got set up right and letting them know, like, bro, I'm setting up LLCs. And he let me know, like, well, this name, 100 Proof Records, if you plan on going like international, state to state, out of this jurisdiction, you got to change the name because somebody else got this name in another state. So I'm like, fuck. So, okay, 100 Proof already done got clothes, hoodies, hats, female clothes, male clothes. I was like, I done spent all this money. So, all right, well, I got to change the name. It is what it is. So I started searching for a name and trying to figure out what I'm gonna call it now, what I'm gonna call it. And I couldn't really figure it out. So us not being able to figure out what name we wanted to use, just said, you know what, I'm gonna call it hung jury. 'Cause people go to court, and you can't, come up with a verdict. It's always a hung jury, so they couldn't make a decision. So that's why I came up with that name, hung jury records. It was hung jury records first. I really revamped it and changed it to hung jury entertainment. When I came home from the feds, I went away, trying to fund this company. That's all I was trying to do, the right thing. I had 8 artists signed to me in Baltimore, all over the city, East, West Baltimore, all over. Yeah, it was really nice, and I really learned how the music game was. Learning that early as independent, flying my artists to different states, doing shows, and paying for the hotel room, making sure my female artist is dressed, the right way, making sure, doing photo shoots. So I did it all. I know the back and the ends, and was doing it independent. And I also learned how the radio stations would not show no love for us independents. So I was getting a taste of who was really controlling the music game, even back then. And it was understanding, like, if I didn't join forces with certain people, then we wasn't going to be heard. Because they had our radio stations in just about, not just my city, but other cities, they had them, like, controlled. They wouldn't play your music independently. So that's what I was going through. And I guess by probably the first album that I was releasing with my artist, I had one artist. He was so super nice. I mean, bro, like he was a star before his time, and he got murdered. So that was like, wow, here we go with another setback. I put all this money into him, and this was after the new name, Hung Jury, and he got murdered. So it was like, wow, what are we gonna do here? And then I guess like after he passed, I try to, still put out another compilation album, and you probably could find it. It's called Hung Jury. You Make the Decision, Volume One, and then you got Hung Jury. You Make the Decision, Volume Two. They still out there. I'm going through like legal battles right now with the people that I actually distributed those albums through. Um, they they try to really. I'm gonna say they did. They didn't try. Because what happened was when I first released those albums through them, I had ended up getting locked up. The feds grabbed me, so it was like they snatched me, kidnapped me, and the people who actually was putting their albums out, um, I I couldn't finish paying them for the bill I had with them printing and printing my CDs and my albums. So
Real quickly,
legally, I don't.
Health. I'm sorry, did I miss it? Why did the feds come get you? Did you already say that? I apologize if you did.
Mm, well, I didn't go all the way into it
If
yet.
you want to share, you don't have to.
Well, honestly, they came and got me because I was controlled substances. I was selling kilos. I was, I was, yeah, I was,
You were selling.
so,
Okay.
yeah. I
You
mean,
don't.
it's no secret. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. I got caught. Yeah, I was. Somebody told, and I got caught with three kilos,
We're
and
all human. We make mistakes, right?
yeah. Yeah, and that's what happened. And you know, and I was trying to just find my record label, and that's what happened. Really, and I got kidnapped from the feds and snatched, and uh, you know, really just snatched off the streets. Really, and when they did that, the people that I was actually in the midst of paying, to print my CDs and print my albums, they basically just I guess because I didn't finish paying them for my albums and stuff that they printed for me because I had got snatched by the feds. By the time I kind of found out they distributed my albums, those two albums I'm telling you about. Like I said, I'm just telling you about it because it's me and my music, but I'm not getting no money from the streams or nothing. I'm still going through a legal battle, but it's Hung Jury Volume One. You Make the Decision, 2000, and then it's Hung Jury Volume Two. You Make This Decision, 2001. So it's compilation albums with all my artists on there individually. So like I said, I went away, and that's what pissed me off about that. But I just want to promote those because they are albums that you might want to listen to and you get a better understanding. And I'm actually on one track, the 2000 Volume 1, You Make the Decision compilation album, Volume 1. I'm on that. I'm on that one track called Exit. It's my artist Diablo song, and I featured on there, which was a blessing in disguise. I'm glad I did it because when they grabbed me and I went away for the 5 6 years I went away. By the time I had to think about it, like when I'm locked up in the feds, I did. I realized what I could utilize the fact that I am an artist. So when I come home, I can keep being an artist. So that's what made me like when I went away, start writing. I was writing songs, using my time wisely, just writing songs, writing songs, writing songs, and I ended up writing like 200 300 songs. I'm sending them home to my mom's, and we was poor man copywriting them. Like I would send them home, and so I would sign them and all that, and type them up, and send them home to her in an envelope, and she wouldn't open them. So that's how I copyrighted them back then. But since I've been home, I don't know, register all my songs on BMI and all of that. So fast forward, when I came home from paying my dues to society for doing what I done, breaking the law, for only just trying to fund my record label because I couldn't get no help and no money. And I came home thinking that I was going to just sell weed. That's what I did. I came home and started selling a bunch of weed, and to try to get my name back out there. This time just me. I wasn't thinking about no artists. I wasn't thinking about nobody because I felt like when I came home, I mean, when I was gone, nobody, everybody just like turned their back on me. I didn't get. It was like you really see who really love you and who down, who really love you when you go away. And my mom's, she was the only one, really, that was there. You know what I mean? So, um, I just hate thinking about all this stuff. It be really bringing me back to a lot of bad memories. So I'm trying to like keep up. All right, so all right, I did the Fed time. Come home, say I wanna, I'm gonna sell weed because I'm seeing all these, these guys coming into prison and with $1 million cases, getting caught with 1,500 pounds of weed, and but they only getting 2 years and fucking probation. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I'm gonna sell weed when I get home. So that's what I did. I came home and just ran with the weed game. Here I am again, you know, under the radar, doing what I do, selling a bunch of, weed, pounds, you know, got blessed enough to get a real plug. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was dramatic. It was dangerous. It was all that, but it's what I wanted to do when I came home, and I was selling mad weed, pounds, pounds, pounds. Had a real plug too, you know, and cartel. Where they want to know where your family, your loved ones. They need to know where they live. They don't even speak English. They just pull up in a black suburban. You know what I mean, and the boss, how about the back? They just want to know. Okay, this where your family. All right, well you're good. After that, they coming. You got whatever you want. You're getting a bunch of that shit. And that's what I was doing, man. Stressed out, really, from having to make sure I get these people that money every day. So going through hundreds of pounds, just living the life, and it stressed me out. And I end up getting shot uh, in 2010. End up getting shot close range in my chest from somebody that really was only supposed to about 3 pounds. Well, that's what they wanted, and you know, shot me in my chest. I had 8 pounds in the car with a van. I was riding around a Honda soccer mom van at the time, satellite TV and all that in there. And they shot me in my chest, close range. God was with me. 'Cause, I asked him before he did it. 'Cause I thought he was really trying to buy. He hopped in a van in the back. Soccer mom, Honda van. I don't know if you know, but I can open the door myself from the front or whatever. So he hopped in the back of the passenger side seat. And as soon as you get in, first thing he do is, you know what it is?
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
Kick that shit out with the gun. And I'm turning back, looking at him, and I'm like, "Are you serious?" Like, bro, I got a family. You can have all that shit. It's 8 pounds. Take them. I guess he got upset and looked at me and just shot me right in my chest. All I can remember is just turning and pressing the gas. And thank God he had 1 foot out of the Honda in the back passenger seat that he fell out. And I just remember hearing shots, boom, 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 shooting at the side. He's trying to shoot. And thank God the hospital was 5 minutes away. So I rolled myself to the hospital. Couldn't believe I got shot. It went in the side of my right chest and came out like my left like Adam stomach abdomen. I can't say the word. Uh, and
Abdomen. The
yeah,
abdomen.
yeah. So I speeded to the hospital. 5 minutes away, I called uh, and told my girlfriend at the time I just got shot. Told my moms I just got shot. It's the hospital I'm driving to. And I love y'all. I hope I see y'all. I hope I'm alive. I don't know. I'm just in shock right now. I got to the hospital and I didn't see no blood. Mind you, it went in and out. So I'm like, maybe I'm okay, but I'm feeling like a little woozy. Get to the hospital. I just got shot. But I also, I'm not gonna lie, I called my girlfriend back and was like, please get the weed out the car. It's weed in the car. Get it out the car before the police come. That's what I'm worried about. And here I just got shot. So I just remember sitting on the table. I went the hospital I went to. They wasn't a trauma hospital, so they had to take me to another hospital in an ambulance. But mind you, I remember sitting there on the table where they had me at, and I just remember just getting dizzy and panicking, like, "Oh, he's been shot. We got to take him to the hospital." I just remember, just fading out and just getting in the ambulance, and they took me to the other hospital, an ambulance, and I just remember like going, like blanking out, and all the memories came back as a kid, uh, elementary school, what really pre-kindergarten, in the Indian style, taking the naps, the first grade, second grade, playing dodgeball, um, the girls, hearing the girls. I'm hearing all this, mind you, all this is visual, and I'm hearing all this while I'm riding in the ambulance, on my way to the hospital from when I just got shot. So all these visuals is in my mind while I'm riding, I was blanked out, and I'm starting to see me on the green machine as a kid. I'm seeing me riding my bike as the first time, tricycles. I'm hearing the girls in the background, Tweely Lee, Tweely Lee, Tweely Lee, Miss Mary, Black, 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 all dressed in black, all them songs, all them gang. I'm just hearing all this, and all the way up to boom, me in high school, me and all the way just up to. Well, I just woke up and I had tubes down my throat, and they said I was in surgery for like 44 hours, and all I could see was my mom's and everybody just crying and just happy and say they've been praying and they happy that I came. I came out of the coma I was in. Uh, Tubes down my throat, all that, and I had to learn how to walk again. The bullet went through my small intestines. They had to take 6 feet of my small intestines out. So yeah, that's another reason why I watch what I put in my body because I use the bathroom probably a lot quicker than you. Uh, I had to learn how to walk again. That was a wild experience. You really learn who care about you, who love you, and all that. So it was another life lesson. Okay, yeah, it was another reason why I think I went back to the writing music again. Mind you, I just come. I ain't been home long. I was just locked up all those years writing all those songs. And here I come home instead of really pursuing that game like I should have, which I did. But, here I am back to trying to fund it myself because, no banks, none of them, they're not going to help you, And the record labels, you sign to them, you already know what you got to do. So I already knew that game, so I wanted to be independent. So that's why I did it. If you want to know why I came home from the feds and was hard headed again and started selling drugs, that's why I did it. But God, I believe, sat me down, saved my life, and let me understand that, it's time to do what's right. So my hard headed ass, I'm just telling y'all the truth. After learning how to walk again and getting back out, and I had a shit bag on. He had me wearing a shit bag. And what did I do? I was happy that I was got shot because that was the only way I was going to get away from the cartel. I just want y'all to know that. Like, there's no way out. But by me getting shot, I was bed rest and was in the hospital for all those months. That was my way out. Bro, I'm telling you, it's dead serious. They even came to visit and made sure that I got shot. That's how real that shit, they world is. So when I hear my president saying he's out here, he's fighting this and he's doing this, you goddamn right I'm rooting for him because I know what this shit is about. You know what I mean? And you live and you learn, and I know what's best for us and best for the country. And that's shutting all that shit down, getting rid of all of them because they embedded in all our country, all our cities, bro. I'm telling you, I know. So, but okay, I get out of the hospital, yeah, and then that's when the loud games, they call it loud. I'm talking about Zaza, the weed, because mind you, when I was running around with those pounds and I got shot, that was what we call regular weed, that Arizona weed. The pounds come in 22 pound blocks or 11-pound blocks. They come in 22s or 11s, and you gotta sit down. You gotta break them down and put them in the Ziploc pound bags, weigh out 448 pounds. You individually put them in pounds, unless you're just selling the whole block. But when I got shot, the game switched. By the time I came home and learned how to walk, uh, that's when the Zaza and the good weed started taking over. So what I do, I thought I was, unstoppable. I got shot. I'm still living. I'm going to try to fund it. I'm still going to sell drugs. I did that again. I still came home. I was hard headed. I sold weed again to fund my music this time. And I did it again. And then what happened, I think, God let me get a good, another 10-year run selling weed under the radar, not paying taxes, just, living, doing what I was doing. And I think what happened was I kind of got too comfortable with, having money and doing what I was doing and flying back and forth to Cali or wherever I was going out the country to different states, Florida, Texas. Uh, I think, God wanted to sit my ass down. So in like 2018, um, my wife, you know, and mind you, when I say my wife, we're not really married, right? I just call her my wife because we've been together, when I first came home in the Feds. So it's about 20 years now, right? But we're not legally married, y'all. I'm just gonna be real. Just call her my wife, right? So, uh, I met her. What I was saying, damn, I forgot. I'm trying to explain that shit. Um, Damn it. I don't know why I even brought that in this equation, but I just wanted y'all to know. Just trying to keep it real. But yeah, all right. So, all right, fast forward, I come home and she had a soda and I got shot. And then the loud, I come home, get out of the hospital, and I want to start selling loud. I'm getting money out the loud, 10 years. By 2018, um, my wife, or yeah, I still call her my wife, but anyway, she had got diagnosed with Graves' disease, hypothyroidism. And she always also had a problem with her fibroids. So it's like all of this shit attacked her at one time, and it was wild because I didn't ever see a human being shrivel up like she shriveled up in my front of my eyes, and it was wild. She had to learn how to walk and all that. And me, being the caring person I am, I dropped everything, bro. I stopped all the drug selling and really took care of her and made sure that I got her to her doctor's appointments and made sure she, had somebody to be her caretaker and help her and was there for her, And and we was living in Bethesda, Maryland at the time. If anybody know where that is, Chevy Chase. So it was expensive. I couldn't keep up with that $3,500, $4,000 a month rent, as well as all the other stuff to keep it going. Because now I'm taking care of her, and what happened was the money stopped flowing in because I had to focus on her, as well as by 2021, 22. You know, the border. I'm watching the border wide open, and that was another thing that was making the money on the street slow. And mind you, I'm still creating music though. I still got my studio. I always make sure I got whatever house I'm living in. I always got my studio stuff. My monitors, my beat machines, guitar, piano. So I'm always, music my love. I'm always making music in the background at the time when I can, because this is my first love. And so that's when I got more into making my music again. When I wasn't really leaving the house, wasn't making no money, running out of money to keep the bills up. So what I do, I asked the Biden administration for some help, and I didn't get no help, man. They slammed the door in my face, and at the same time, I was learning that they was helping uh, illegals. So I was hurt. I mean, real hurt, real grown man tears. I couldn't believe it that I couldn't get no help, and I really needed it, because I wasn't in the streets, and I was really helping, my significant other, because that's what I was supposed to do, and I couldn't pay the bills, bro. And we got evicted. Yeah. So what I had to do for the first time in my life, I had to get a job, bro. So that's what happened. 2, 3 years ago, I got a job. I'm willing. I'm blessed. I'm thankful now, and I look back on it. All this had to happen. It had to happen because I needed to get out of them streets and away from them because it saved my life, probably. And I needed to go through all this. I needed to know what it felt like not to have no money. Cause I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Since 10 years old ago, Caps, I never had a problem with money, bro. I could always grab some money. If you need it, I got it. I mean, I told you I had a vengeance about this drug world because of what it did to my family and what it did to my household and my father on that shit. And watching what he did to my mom. So I was angry. So just mind you, that was the fuel for me to always make sure I was rich off that shit. And I made millions selling drugs, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just didn't do the right fucking thing with it. I just should have. I just thought, the money was never gonna stop, bro. And God showed my ass. He sat me down, and I got evicted, and I had to get a job. And that's what happened, bro. I've been working for 2 years now. I'm thankful. I was blessed enough to be able to be told about, the investments that I've made to position myself to change my life. That I figured I wasn't going to miss, this chance to change my life and do my investments. So I did my own investigation, investments on it. So I'm feeling blessed because I missed the Bitcoin train. I was told about that in 2012, a couple years after I got shot, when I had opened a deli for my wife back then. I had opened a deli in Ellicott City, Maryland. I had a deli, It's called IJYJ's, Carry Out in Deli. That was all the initials of, my kids and me and my wife. IJYJ's, Carry On Deli, I had that open for a little bit until my accountant told me, might want to close it because thought I was going to just, fund it with my own money because it was kind of slow. And I ended up closing that. But yeah, man, I'm working now for the first time in my life, really legally, and it's a good feeling. And I came to this app because I was in searching of the crypto world. Like I told you, I was told about XRP when I first started working, and I did my investigation, and that's what made me go in so hard and investigate it. I mean, invest in it and caught it at the cents level as well as the ISOs, and that was God guiding me because I didn't know really. I was just taking a chance on something that I did my investigations on, and utilizing this money that I was making legally. And I, utilized tax money that first time ever filing and bought, invested in the crypto. Got a loan off my first 401k and invested in the crypto. So I set myself up. I didn't see what God was doing. Uh, I didn't know. I didn't know where He was taking me. And the music, I had kind of like stopped doing it for a while because I was so stressed out and trying to figure out my way and trying to figure out how I'm gonna get back into these streets and make this money. That's all I know. So that's what I thought I had to do. But I didn't know that God had me on another mission. So He brought me to this app. I found Smoke and I found Patriot and I found all my other MAGA marvelous friends and women and men that I've met. And here we are now, man. Fast forward, and I just really started getting the interest of really getting back into the music more and more because, I haven't really been interested. I've just been dealing with real life situations and trying to control my anger because I do got anger management problems. I got a certificate from when I even was locked up. And I think it all goes back to those 5 years old, 6 years old, 7, 8 years old nights and days of you know, watching my moms go through the verbal and physical abuse. So I think that's why I really got love for women and I will protect them because of that shit. I think that shit really did a lot to me. And it's the reason why I'm probably like I am today. And that's the reason why I really sold drugs. And I'm sorry. And I already told God that. And that's why I would never do it again. And yeah, it felt good to be legit. And it felt good to have these skills that I have. And it's wonderful to be around the people that I've met because now, even when I write, I'm gonna write the realest shit. So, oh no, man, I hate to be what is this like? I'm a water sign, so it's easy for me to shed tears. But I swear, I just hate when anybody who fucked around and found out that these tears is not weakness. So that's all. I just appreciate y'all letting me tell my story and the music game. Yeah, I've been actively involved. I got good friends, a lot of good people in the industry. And I just, it seems like most of us who we stay on the independent side of it because we know the bullshit and in the other part of it. And a lot of y'all learning how that shit really is. Like nobody want to be, with nobody having nobody over their head and all that shit. So I'd rather fuck the fame. I just want people to know that I got talent. I'm not in it for the fame. I'm not even pressed to do a show. You know what I'm saying? It's good for me just to hear people say, that was nice. I like it. I'm happy with that, bro, because I'm not doing it for fame. I'm doing it for just to make me feel good. And that's basically what I do music for, really, because I don't listen to other people's music at all. I don't let it taint my creativity. So I'd rather just ride to myself. And that's really what I've been doing. And so it's been wonderful to meet people and take their music and make their music what it needs to be. But yeah, and right now in my life, I'm not gonna say I hate it, but I'm definitely not where I want to be. Especially with used to having so fucking much, and thinking you was doing the right thing for people. You know, showing love to everybody, and it's like when I need it, I'm not getting it. There's no return. It's just coming out one sided. And right now, I just I got a lot of faith, and I believe in God. And I believe that this role he got me on was for a reason. So I'm gonna let him use me for whatever he's using me for. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I put myself around patriots that I can learn from because I've been around people for years. And I know it now because what did I learn? I didn't learn shit. I didn't learn shit.
Well, you know what, Health, I think you have, and you truly have a gift, and many of us have seen that. We're very blessed. And God, like you said, God has put you through these challenges to mold you to who you are today. And I appreciate your grit, your tenacity, because you've got it. And I do believe that you will be doing something bigger with your music here in the very near future, because many of us have heard it. You putting the life to the lyrics that many send you. And there's a place for you, my friend. God is using you. Your transparency right here, your vulnerability just speaks volumes. Oof, you had me going back here. I'm gonna get tears again. The real individual that you are, and many people escape from their challenges in life, because of the pain, the hurt, and that's how they deal with it, right? So, I'm just very blessed to know you, and I'm so happy that you were able to get out from underneath, whether it had been the cartel selling drugs or the cartel being in that side of the music industry, because at the end of the day, that is the cartel. Because what we have learned through this journey here, the cartels aren't just the drug dealing cartels, they are the corporation of the cartels, the politicians of the cartels. It's bigger than just the drug dealers. So I want to tell you how much I love you. I respect you, adore you, and thankful for your friendship, and that we have crossed paths through this app. And there's a reason for you, my friend. So keep plugging away on your journey. Before we go to Jersey, I do want to know, since we are talking about the industry and that you've got back into doing some producing and writing, what is your journey here now with your music ability, and what are you going to do with it? Because I think you're going to do big things, my friend.
Well, um, I'm letting God guide me. I'm really still trying to figure it out. I mean, yeah, I'm really just getting back in the groove of it. I mean, honestly, I've been thankful, really, just to even start doing what I've been doing lately. I wasn't having the inspiration to really create and really do too much writing, honestly, until I really got back. When I met you, when I got on this app and met you guys, I think the very newest music I wrote. I think I kind of started introducing it to people in spaces. I was rapping it a cappella. Um, and then that's what made me start writing again. It's like, you know what, let me get more into my music and just get more into my creativity and my craft. And, even though I'm older, at least I can still help other people with their music and, have them shine or at least write for people or whatever, or create the music or utilize my outlets because I do have, real outlets, people who, can make people the star that they want to be. So I just let God utilize me and, you know, forget about my past and really stop letting it mold, letting it bother me now. Like, as you can see, me just explaining my past, it gets to me emotionally. It really does. And I'm a forgiving person. Like, I want nobody to think for 1 minute that I have any hate in my heart for my pops. Like, I was upset growing up, but I still love him. Like I told on the spaces the other day, he got throat cancer. And I still talk to my parents every day, every morning. I talk to my dad and my mom's. And my dad is 72, my mom's 74. And I speak to them every morning when I get off work. I don't go a day by that. So I feel blessed to have him. And like I say, I still love him dearly. I don't want nothing to happen to him. He made a mistake, as and everybody make mistakes. He in the God now. He godly. He got throat cancer. I've been trying to help him get the natural healing, and so it's no love lost. I don't want nobody to think that. I'm man enough to just to forgive. Like everybody make mistakes.
And that's the part of life that I'm understanding that. And I hate when people don't, forgive me or want to hold me accountable for something that, we all make mistakes. And if God forgives, why can't you? So as far as the music, hey, it's a lot of things popping. I'm just waiting patiently for the bigger ones to happen and come through. But I'm just taking my time with this and just being more creative and really just having fun, really bringing other people's songs to life. So, I don't know. I'm here, man. I'm here for it, man. The music, I think there's a lot of big things that's coming that I'm really not I can't talk about, but it's definitely some great things that, I'm going to be a part of and the people around me that's going to be doing it. I mean, you guys going to probably be like, wow, I can't even believe I know this guy who met him because it's a lot, for real. And I'm just thankful for y'all. I am. And I'm here for the questions. What you got for me? And I'm
Well,
sorry if I offended
no,
anybody with my emotions.
Oh, I've been waiting all day, Manny.
no.
He's waiting to speak to you.
Hang on just a second. No, you didn't offend anybody at all by any means. That's what my show's about, because your journey, your story can help somebody. And health, you do have quite the talent, and I have all the faith in the world in you. And I know, and Jersey will agree with me. I'm sure we all adore you and just think the world of you, and just the music that you're putting together for people is just wow. So what we hear, I can only imagine what you're gonna go out there and do just on your own. So go ahead, Jersey. Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh, I have so much to say, but I don't even know how to form it all in my mind. I did just write down the next, I'm going to give you some of your own inspiration. This is going to be for the next song, okay? Hold on, where is it? God forgives. Why can't you? Boom! You said it. And that's going to be your inspiration for some new music because we all need to hear that. We all need to hear about forgiveness. I had an ex who was in prison, for got caught up in shit. And boom, everybody goes with them. So, it's about our journey in life. It really is. And this is where it all gets spiritual. And each of us are here on our own journeys. And no matter how difficult, one thing I will have to tell you guys that's a little funny in a way, but we've known each other for how many years now on Spaces? I started on Spaces with everybody. I'm not as good as Jenny can be, but I'm down here. I'll talk all day. But
You're good.
but we haven't told our stories to each other. And that started like last week. I guess people started telling their stories, and I was so taken back by everybody has a story that they're so freaking hurt over, and deservedly so. And this was not our fault, Manny. This is not your fault. This wasn't your parents' fault. This wasn't at all. We all got put into a situation when this evil came down here on earth. And, we've done our best all this time, but now we have the internet. And the internet is letting us communicate with each other so we can see the evil that's been done to our country and our world, basically. So I'm really proud of you. I remember the day you came on here. I do. You were a new voice. Everybody always recognizes new voices. You're like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I want to learn from you guys. And look at you now. I mean, there was a guy who was broken. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, but you sounded broken to me. And then once you started on this journey with your weight loss and everything, one day after my own surgery, I woke up, I was like, God, who is that man? He's different. He's been touched. He's changed now. You see, it all comes out for the better. The fight is what we're about. Use it for the good. All that hurt and pain that's inside of us, these evil motherfuckers did this to us, and we just tried to survive the best we could. And I think we all did a damn good job because we survived. We're still here and we are God's witnesses. And we are the ones who are going to be telling the rest of the world in our history books about what the hell happened, in 2020, back in just in that day. What started in 2017, Q. Yeah, we're all a bunch of morons. No, we're not. Okay, so I love you. I love you. I really do. I really only wish the best for you. And you are the most talented person. All this music you and Carmen have been producing, and man, I would buy it. I mean, it's awesome music. And I've never been in a song. Thank you. I've been in a book, but I've never been in a song.
Well, and you know how Carmen is writing too. It's about, journeys, pain, people, like some of her pain and suffering, and it all comes back to God. And I love that. And it's the sound of today's music, but more powerful, right? Because you don't hear that doom and gloom of death and drugs and all that stuff, right? That you hear in all these songs. So it's more inspiring, and it's beautiful. And I want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. Health, Manny, whatever you want us to call you, James. Late for dinner, I don't know, salmon. Just know that we all love you and we support you. And for any of you guys here that want to ask, he's got Manny E up here, but if you want to ask Health, I call him Health. Jersey calls him Manny. He's got a lot of different names, James. If you guys want to ask him a question, feel free to raise your hand. I will unmute your mic. And yeah, and just keep watching. We'll keep watching him, you guys, because I believe he's going to do some big things. Do you want to say anything, Health?
Yeah. I just want to just thank you, Jersey. I got mad love for you too. I do, man. I do. And I just love all of y'all, man. Like I love y'all like I've been knowing y'all forever. And it's people that I've been knowing forever that I just don't understand. Like, why do I know them? Because I don't get this feeling that I get from you people, man. And I just want y'all to know I really appreciate it. That's why I know God, it's got me on this journey for a reason because I'm learning. I'm learning. And I'm just thankful, man. And I'm just a loyal person. So when I love you, I love you, and I'm loyal. And that's just me, man. I appreciate you letting me even share my story today.
Of
Oh, it brought
course.
back memories. It really touched me, and I didn't even see this shit coming.
You
Like,
did.
yo, I'm telling y'all, like this real. Like I didn't script this shit. I thought I was gonna be strong and just come in here and tell my story.
Well,
Yo,
that's the thing about my podcast.
mm.
It's real raw talk. It's not scripted. None of the questions that I ask are scripted. But I am going to scold your room over there that you have going on here on X. He has a X space going on right now, and all those 80 people should be over here listening to your story. I'm going to scold him. Go ahead,
That's
Truth.
my
Go ahead,
bad.
Truth.
I should have made him come. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're so vulnerable. Your vulnerability right now, your transparency is absolutely just heart touching and just says a lot about you as an individual. Not that, I mean, many of us maybe didn't know. I didn't know the depths of all this. I knew some of it because you do share it a little bit in some of your spaces. But wow, I mean, I'm back here, in tears just listening to it because these are the real stories of we the people out there, everybody, and what we go through. So we all experience something, and these are the things that are going to help. Because you, health, by your story, may encourage somebody that's been in your situation, or one person, a million people, to come out and feel confident to use their voice. So I say thank you for that, and I just thank you for your courage. Go ahead, Truth.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh,
Only
thank
thing
you.
I'm gonna refer. Oh yes, ma'am. Uh, God bless you, Jenny. And there's only one name I'm gonna call you, my brother. I knew you and I had a connection. See, I was younger too, bro, and I'm from around the New Orleans area, and I had a close friend of mine that played baseball with me, and he didn't really have a lot of choices either. That's back when Silk the Shocker and Ice Cream Man, Master P, man was big. You know what I'm talking about. Same thing happened to him. He didn't make it. And anyway, it chokes me up because you make me think about him. He didn't make it. And he was my brother. So I thank you for that, man. You give me new hope. Even before I heard your story just now, you've been giving a lot of people hope. Shit, you reconnected me and Miss Jenny, man. That's special. Keep doing what you're doing, and I love you, brother. I'm here. Anytime you need something, I'm here.
Hey, I appreciate that. I do, true. I do. I swear, I appreciate so many of y'all, man. Like just real Americans, real patriots. Like, I'm thankful. I am, and I don't mind opening up, telling the truth, right? Because that's what I'm telling. No, I ain't come here to lie. I'm just keeping it real, you know. So yeah, thank you, man. I just appreciate all of y'all, all the kind words, even people that's understanding, they can hear, listening to me. But I promise you, I didn't plan this. I didn't think I was gonna come in here and get, you know, teared up, because that's what happened, man.
You're
And I
just
was
being
just telling
real,
my
right?
story. Yeah, it hit me, and I didn't even see it coming.
Oh,
And
trust me, I don't think they're. I'm over here wiping tears in my eyes. Everybody, I should grab your Kleenex boxes.
yeah,
But there, I'm sure there's other people that don't have dry eyes. So, and this message is gonna go far and wide. So, big hugs to you, my friend. All right, Kimmy, I'm gonna unmute your mic. Go ahead, Kimmy. Go ahead, Kimmy. Kimmy B. Go ahead, girlie. Your mic's unmuted.
Hey, Health. I have to say that the first time I heard you speak, I was like, whoa, who is this guy? Because you were ranting and raving and praising President Trump, and I was like, man, I got to follow him. And this was under your other, your other alias. But, and then, it goes from, well, he said some bad things, so I'm going to unfollow him. So I unfollowed you, and then the next time I heard you, I was like, no, I have to follow him. So I refollowed you again. And so I just want to know that your story is moving, and there's a lot of other people out there like you, and I'm proud of you for sharing it. And because I know that's a hard thing to do, um, just know that we all have stories, and even though they vary in a lot of ways, they're the same. So I thank you for sharing it and opening your heart to us. And I just want to say thank you.
oh, you're welcome, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I definitely got nothing but love and hugs for you. I appreciate you so much. Appreciate the follow. Even though you unfollow me, I appreciate the follow back. Thank you.
Thank you, Kimmy, for coming in here. And Health, Manny, James, thank you for coming in here. Truth, thank you for sharing, giving us your voice as well. Jersey, you as always. Um, this is what my podcast is about, everybody. People's voices, stories, journeys, pain to purpose, whatever it may be. So if that is you, please reach out to me at therevivalofamerica@yahoo.com. We'll get your voice, your story heard. Keep in mind, I do vet the stories because I do, believe it or not, guys, I get a lot of people, a lot of shysters. Let me just say that, a lot of shysters that want to create a fake story just to get on a podcast. So if I believe it's a legitimate story, I will reach out to you via email and we will get you scheduled. Uh, Health, thank you for being here again. Once I get this uploaded, I will send it to you so you can send it wherever you want to share it. And everybody, come back with me at 5:30 Central Standard Time over on my Telegram page. We are going to have a live Q&A with Captain Kyle. Captain Kyle hasn't been with us for a minute due to work purposes, and his wife was sick there for a minute, but he is back. and he's got a lot of great information. So come join us. If you're not over there on Telegram, I will put up the link. Come join us, guys. It's a lot of fun. It's the same thing as what I do here. I bring you guys, the audience, as a part of the conversation. The Q&A is for you. It's not a conversation with just Captain and I. It's basically a conversation with you, the audience. So with that, everybody, I want to say God bless you all. I love you all. And if it wasn't for you, the revival of America would not be. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.